Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Raphaelsinsights. Welcome. I welcome you into the world of the esoteric, the divine, the beautiful. Welcome. If you're new to this beautiful channel, welcome to this beautiful channel. If you're not new, you guys, welcome back to this beautiful channel. As always, you guys, make sure you guys hit the like button. Even like I said in my horoscope video, even if you don't like the video, still hit the like button, because you know what? It'll help my channel grow. It'll help me grow. It'll help the messages that I receive get to people who will appreciate it and need them and need to find me and need some sort of hope and some light in their life, which I know I can give them that. So definitely, you guys, even if you don't like the video, hit the like button so more people can find the video, more people can see the video, and leave a comment. It'll also help the video grow as well. But thank you guys so much for everything. As always, I always want to tell you guys how much I love you and I cherish you and how much you guys mean to me. You guys have no idea how much you guys mean to me. And it's incredible and unbelievable because it's incredible and unbelievable because there was a point in my life where I basically was treated like nothing, and I think my whole life was kind of rough, but there was a real hard point in my life where I was treated like nothing, and I was humiliated, which I've always been humiliated from childhood to growing up. But in this moment, in this past relationship, I was humiliated. I was treated like I was trash, to the point where the mom actually told me that her kid was way up here and I was way down here, and I was never going to compare, and that I was trash because of where I came from, basically is what she said, and that we shouldn't even be together because her kid is way up here and I was down here and I was basically nothing, right? And then on top of that, she literally went to my parents' house to meet my parents and disrespected them as well. She right away I could see that she was kind of disgusted because we lived in an apartment, and it was not the nicest apartment. It was very tiny because we were poor, and she walked in and she didn't make it very far. She just literally pulled up a chair. She had somebody pull up a chair for her right in front of the door, with the door open, not even closed, with the door open. It's like she didn't want to stay in there for too long, right? And she literally told my parents the same thing, that her kid was way up here and that we were way down here, and that her family was way up here and that we were way down here, and that we shouldn't be together. We shouldn't even talk, that we don't compare to her family. And she disrespected my family in that way. And it's incredible because from being humiliated to being praised and loved in the way that you guys do, there was a moment where I realized how much I'm loved when I was doing something in private for a client. I was doing a private reading, and her whole family, even her cousins, came over because they knew that she had a private reading, and they wanted to say hi to me and tell me how much they love me and that they were followers and fans, and it was such an incredible feeling, and I'll never forget that. Thank you so much for everything, you guys. You guys are amazing. I don't want to rant for too long, but I did want to share that. And let's get going to the video, you guys. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social medias. The blood moon, May 26th. Why is this significant? It is an apocalyptic moon. It is a prophetic moon. Why is it a prophetic moon? Why, even though it's happened many times before, it's because we're living apocalyptic times. The apocalypse has started. And no, you guys, it's not the end of the world. It's apocalyptic. In the Bible, apocalypse does not mean the end of the world. It means more of like revelations and things like that. And it's going to be the times of revelations, the times that we are going to need some very strong revelations. And we as prophets or messengers of God, we as divine beings on earth are going to have to give those messages. So these apocalyptic times, we're going to be receiving some very intense revelations. So what does this blood moon bring? Like I said, God is not the one that turns the moon to blood. God is not the one that turns the sky red, that turns the moon red. God is not doing that. It's the devil. Now, what does that mean? It means darkness. It means suffering. It means intense darkness. I did tell you that the plague of darkness was heading our way. And interesting, yesterday I was thinking about it, and I was like, what plague of darkness? It can be literal. It can be the actual plague of darkness where we have long dark nights. But I don't think that's what it is, because the more time goes on, when I don't know something, it's like they start giving me a little bit more information. And I looked up at the sky today. Today I looked up at the sky, and then yesterday I kind of understood what it meant. Today I looked up at the sky, and I saw the whole sky black. But I saw missiles being shot back and forth, and the skies were just pitch black. The smoke was so thick that we couldn't see through it. When God says the plague of darkness comes, he means it in a literal way, in a prophetic way. The plague of darkness, long dark nights, the plague of darkness, the sky dark because of missiles, because of bombs, because of war. This moon brings intense darkness. The devil is behind that energy. The devil is only here to cause catastrophic events. Canada, there is something dark approaching you. Be careful with who's in charge of your country. Be careful who gets near the person in charge of your country. There is someone very dark, malevolent. I don't know. Canada, I feel this darkness approaching you. You guys have had it so good for many years, but I feel this darkness approaching you. Canada, the darkness that surrounds you is being represented by the devil. The devil is completely surrounding Canada, and it's nearing Canada. The devil is trying to consume Canada. For those who believe in religion, pray. For those who believe in God, pray. You guys pray for Canada. There's this darkness that wants to get near and oppress Canada, that wants to grab, and it's a dictatorship energy. This card here is representing someone in power in Canada. The blood moon also brings oppression of people, the oppression of people. The blood moon is the energy of death as well. In one hand, it plays huge catastrophic events, raptures, natural disasters, fires, floods, storms like never seen before, hail, earthquakes. It plays an energy of catastrophe, airplanes falling, vehicle collisions, polyps, anger, frustration, hate, racism, violence. On the other hand, it plays the end of cycles. It plays the end of obstacles. In Canada, things begin to open up. In Canada, in France, in Europe, things begin to open up. In the US, the laws start moving again. The obstacles get out of the way for immigration reform, police reform, and ICE reform. In Colombia, the sun comes out again. The end of oppression in Latin America, in many countries, in Argentina, Colombia. The energy is also there to push those incredible obstacles that just won't move. This energy is a shift. It's not just destruction, but remember, the devil's behind the catastrophes. The devil's behind every little thing that happens. In the US, I see someone very well known, a politician, someone who the law has been chasing for a while, finally fall under very hard legal situations or getting arrested. Could it be Trump? Could it be a random politician? Could it be some very well-known politician? For my United States, take care of your money. I see another rapture financially, economically. Save your money. I see a financial crisis in the United States, economical crisis. The moon. What was going on in the Middle East? I had already told you that it was a spiritual war. God, the devil, the angels, the demons going at it. Now, when I was watching this whole conflict between Israel and Palestine, there was something that wasn't sitting right with me. Now, I don't really pay attention to anybody outside the U.S. Well, I should say I used to not pay attention to that. But now that I do predictions and now that I do everything that I do, I try to pay more attention to the news and world news and all that. So I was kind of paying attention to the news throughout the whole situation, especially because it was one of my predictions. And there was just something that wasn't sitting right with me. And I had to do it, you guys. I had to look into it and see if there was truths being spoken. Now, every time the leader of Israel, whenever he would come on and he would talk, something just didn't sit right with me, and everything they would say, and even the way that the United States would say, like, well, he said this, but we have no information to really back it up. Something just wasn't sitting right in my stomach. My intuition just kept like telling me otherwise. And I looked into it, and I really wanted to see who did he really attack. And when I looked into it, I saw nothing but innocent lives lost. I didn't see militants or terrorists really targeted. It was nothing but civilians that were targeted. And it's sad. And I know I'm probably not like I know it's really not my place to speak, but yes it is. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm here to warn the world. I'm here to warn you guys. I'm here to give a powerful revelation, prophecy that I was given. This person, they said, watch the Middle East. Going back to that revelation that I had, the ones who follow the crescent moon and the star will join the Antichrist and will conquer land from other countries. Remember that. What was going on there is not a coincidence. That man that kept coming on the news from Israel, he was not saying not one thing that he said was the truth. Everything was lies. And the scariest thing is what hides behind those lies. In the Middle East, the Antichrist, darkness itself hides. The scariest thing is what hides behind those lies. And I was thinking about it the other day. And I was laying in bed, and all of a sudden I just went, and I saw everything. I understood everything, and it's like they told me what it was that I was so interested in. And they said, the scariest thing is what hides behind those lies. And this is what hides behind those lies. The devil himself, darkness himself. They said, he hides behind religion. He hides behind greatness. But there is a terrible darkness that the world doesn't see. And they said, pay attention to the Middle East. Pay attention to Israel, to Palestine. One of them is the devil himself, is the Antichrist himself. He said, and the world will regret it for not realizing sooner. God says, the angels say that we need to agarrarnos de la religión, de la fe. God and the angels say to grab onto faith and religion because there are hard times coming. The darkness, the long dark nights are coming because of war. Because was it today or yesterday? I think it was today. Yesterday. Pues, ¿cuándo fue, verdad? I looked up at the sky and I saw the entire sky pitch black. Nothing but dark clouds. And the scariest thing is that I saw missiles going back and forth. And I understood when God said, he said, mijo, tell the world that we're going to need to grab onto religion, that we're going to need to pray because hard times are coming. He said, pay attention to the Middle East because the world is going to miss the darkness that's already in plain sight. Pay attention to why, and I don't think anybody ever asks themselves, they think about a war and they think about, oh yeah, proud, yeah, this and that, oh, we're beating them, we're over there killing them and all this other stuff and all this crazy other stuff that the world sees. But I tell you right now, I think we need to ask ourselves, why is there always a war there? Why is there always death, destruction in the Middle East? Why are those people always suffering? The devil itself resides in the Middle East. That is not a coincidence why they're always in distress, why they're always destructive, why there is so much hate, so much death in the Middle East. The devil himself resides in the Middle East. I don't think people ever ask themselves, why is there so much hate and destruction and death over there? It's not just because a war that goes on. It's not just because the U.S. is there. It's not just because of whatever reasons there's more going on there that we don't see. The Tower, strong storms like never seen before in the U.S. Storms like never seen before in the U.S. Hail, fires for the U.S. Latino America, fires for Latino America. Storms like never seen before in Latino America. Canada, floods. Latino America, floods. Strong, intense floods, again, Latino America. The moon is bringing intense flood. Yeah, I already told you, every time a full moon ends a month, it's going to be intense catastrophic energy, catastrophic events, natural disasters. And even worse when it's an eclipse like this. The energy is going to be extra potent and extra strong. There's going to be floods, storms like never seen before. Earthquakes for the United States, for California, Baja California, Mexico, Latino America, Canada, Europe, Asia. There's going to be just this weird, intense energy. It's just tornadoes and just everything at the same time. But one thing that I see, I had a vision earlier today, and they showed me a building. It's an old building falling. They say it's an old building in either in the United States, in Latin America, or Europe. Could be in Canada as well. I don't know what buildings are there, or China, Asia. Somewhere around the world, I see an old, very well-known building collapsing, falling. The Great Wall of China. Can it be something else? It's just something very well-known collapsing. And they showed me this today. So we'll wait and see what it is. Or unless they give me another message. But I see something collapsing. A very well-known wall, building collapsing. And for those who have been asking me for debt forgiveness for student loans, are they gonna do that? Is that gonna give? Yes, it is gonna give. I do see debt forgiveness for student loans giving, and I actually see that in about 2 months, either in the next 2 months. What are we on? We're on May, so June, July, August. From June to October is when I see it, because I'm holding the card of the 10 right here, which is October, represents the month of October. Well, I think in October it already gave, but I think it's gonna be in between the months of June to October when they finally push that through. So yes, I do see debt forgiveness for student loans. So is the conflict between Israel and Palestine over with? Are they gonna settle down? No, I see more missiles. I see them attacking each other again. I don't see that little peace thing that they did lasting very long. I definitely do see more missiles in the Middle East between them two. Well, you guys, thank you so much for everything. That is everything, you guys. Thank you so much for watching Raphael's Insights. I hope que no los asusté. I definitely just am channeling and giving you the messages that God gives me. And sometimes we are chosen to live apocalyptic times. So the messages are not going to be as beautiful as I want them to be always. But, you know, God gives us warnings for a reason, to be prepared. And definitely there's a lot for us to be prepared. But thank you guys so much for everything. If you guys didn't like the video yet, make sure you like it. Even if you didn't like the video, even though it wasn't your taste, even though it was a little too scary for you, make sure you like the video so somebody else can see it, somebody else can get to it. And it'll help me, and it'll help the channel, and it'll help the messages go further. So thank you guys so much for everything. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social medias. It's in this description below. Subscribe, like, comment. I love you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.